Hey guys, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. This is Ankush from Alif Consulting. Welcome in our Azure Weekly Update video. In this video, we will be going to talk about all the updates which has been released by Microsoft in November first week, right? Well, here are the updates. So we only have a 5 update uh, in this video to be covered, right? So let's quickly jump into the deep dive and understand in detail about all of these updates. So the first update which we have is device update for IoT Hub. So with device update, the following new functionality has been added, like automatic group provisioning, kind of feature which has been introduced for the IoT Hub, improved troubleshooting features such as the agent check, device sync, which can help us to do the troubleshooting and repair your devices at ease. Automatic rollback enable, which can help you to roll back or fail back to the version if there is any issues with happen to the updated one. Azure CLI support, and then you have a support for OS platforms such as the Ubuntu 18.04 or Ubuntu 20.04, support in all the Azure Hero versions. So these are the updates, the device update which has been released for the IoT Hub. So the next update which we have is for Azure Databricks SQL Pro, right? So Microsoft have released a new option called a Databricks SQL Pro. It's a new compute option which has been released, uh, which is joining the SQL product family of classic and serverless. Like the serverless SQL Pro include the performance and integration features that expand the SQL experience on the Lakehouse platform. The primary difference in SQL Pro is to keep compute into the computer customer account. So this is the new services which has been released for the Databrick, and with this one there is a new features has been included with Azure Databricks SQL Pro, like the predictive IOPS, native geo special features, query federations, workflow integration. So these are the new features which has been introduced with Databricks SQL Pro. The next update which we have is for Microsoft Azure Payment HSM service. So the Microsoft Azure Payment HMS enable us to have the native access to the payment HSM in Azure cloud. Now you can seamlessly migrate PCI workloads to Azure and meet the most strongest security, audit compliance, low latency and high performance requirement needed by the payment card industry. So this is the feature, this is the service which has been released by Microsoft, and with this one, with this release, you can now migrate all of your PCI compliance workload to the Azure. The next update which we have is for storage account. Now we can enable the encryption on the Azure storage account with cross tenant customer managed key, which means our customer managed key might be in a different tenants or in a different subscription under that tenant, and from there we can manage the storage account which is into the different tenant. So let's take an example. You have a tenant A or tenant B. Your tenant B can store the customer managed keys on the key vault, and you can use that keys to encrypt the storage account which is created into the tenant B. So this has been the changes which has been released for the or the done for the storage account from the encryption side. The next update which we have is again from IoT. So IoT Hub Service Upgrade. So Microsoft have released a few updates for IoT Hub Service. Like so all of these changes are like potential impacts which is going to be happen with these changes is a forced disconnect and reconnect of all devices, a new static IP address for all IoT hubs. So this is the gateway upgrade which has been released for IoT Hub service, and which can be potentially result us to all of these changes. And then with the device disconnection, all the device which is connected with the IoT Hub will be get disconnected while you upgrading the gateway nodes, or while Microsoft is upgrading the gateway nodes. The time is taken from your device to reconnect depends on like DNS update propagations, uh, DPS reprovisioning, device connection relay logic, right? Or device connection throttling. So with this update, what Microsoft is doing it, Microsoft is enhancing their gateways upgrade for IoT Hub, from where all the devices basically get connected. Now, once the device upgrade is going to be happen, all the devices will be forcibly disconnected and reconnected, and the new static IP address for all the IoT hubs will be provided, right? uh, and then when the reconnection is happen, it may take some time, depends on the depends on like the DNS update propagation, since the gateway upgrade is going to be change the DNS, DPS reprovisioning, device connection retry logic, and device connection throttling. And then there is a firewall rules and impact are also there. So if we are following the Microsoft best practices to configure the IoT hub by using the fully qualified domain, then there is a no action is required. If we have implemented a range based approach using the IoT hub service, then no action is required. If we have restricted the access based on the specific IP addresses for IoT hub, then we may need to update the static IP, since the gateway upgrade is going to change the static IP of the all the IoT hub. So this may need to be changes or need to be updated into the firewall, right? So that's the reason it's always recommended to use the FQDN and use that FQDN to restrict the access on the IoT hub. Well, these are the updates from the Azure. I hope you like this video. If you like, please click on like and subscribe for more upcoming videos, and feel free to reach us if you have any questions. Thank you.